What's up everybody, it's Generalkidd here. How is everyone doing today? So for today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Halo 2 E3 2003 demo again, and we're going to be tackling the question of what happens if you get out of the Warthog during the demo, of course. So the E3 demo was the first look we ever got at Halo 2 live back in 2003, and it was for the most part supposedly a very heavily scripted demo, very linear, very, to the script, to the letter, I guess. But during the demo, there was a scene where you're supposed to get on the turret, the Gauss turret of this Warthog, and the Marine drives you around and you take out enemies and stuff. And it's not entirely on rails, I guess, but it kind of was, because the whole sequence is pretty heavily scripted. But during the scene, during the demo, they just let the Marine drive them around and take out the enemies and stuff. Now, the question is, what if you get off the turret though? Because during the demo, they never got off the turret. And you may be thinking, well, if you got off the turret, the Warthog just leaves you behind, right? Well, that's not entirely the case. And the result is actually a little interesting, which I'll show you guys. So, a few weeks ago during 343's social stream, Frank O'Connor and Sketch, they showed off the build again, because the E3 demo, we never saw it again after the very first demo. But during the social stream, they actually decided to play the demo again live on a stream. Now, they did have to record the stream off their TV screen, so that's why what you're seeing right now is not entirely the best picture quality, but we did actually get to see it again, and they actually took requests to try different ways to break the demo. Because apparently, the rumor was back then was the demo is like highly scripted, and that if you went off script, it would like crash a demo. Like, if you like shot the Marines or something, or try to betray your allies, then it could break the game. Well, as it turns out, it doesn't, and the demo is actually pretty solid. And during the demo, during the stream, they took people's requests and they allowed stuff to go off script and stuff. And I showed you guys a previous highlight from the stream where they betrayed all their allies and to see what happens, and as you just saw briefly there, nothing happens. Actually, you can't betray most of your allies. Now, another highlight that I wanted to show, but I totally forgot to upload a while ago, is what happens if you jump off the turret of the Warthog. And that was like one of the popular requests during the stream that people were asking for. So now we're gonna show you guys. Now, before we show you, there's actually something interesting that happened. So at this point, they took a while to get into the Warthog. They kind of just explored around and messed around, and they thought they broke it. But something interesting happened, which actually tells you what's going to happen if they get out the Warthog turret. But I'll just show you what happens. So as you can see, they're taking too long to get onto the Warthog, and then the game just automatically teleported them onto the turret. And then the whole sequence began here, where the Marines drove around, and you're supposed to take out enemies. Now, this is where they tested to see what happens if you got off the turret. So let's take a look now and see what happens. So if you hop off the turret, boom, that's what happens. Once you get off, it immediately makes you get back on, and there's nothing you could do to to get off of it permanently. It'll just keep teleporting you back onto the turret. So during this entire time, so like I said, it is heavily scripted this part, but it's so scripted to the point where it even accounts for you accidentally, quote unquote, getting off the turret, and it makes you get back on immediately so that doesn't break the demo or anything. And I guess that's also what happened earlier when they took too long to get on the turret. It automatically teleported them onto the turret. So that's probably a similar thing going on there that's happening here, with forcing you back on the turret. But yeah, so there you have it. It's a little small experiment that they did, but it was pretty interesting and pretty cool. I never would have guessed that's what would happen. Everybody had their own theories, but it definitely did not crash the game. This demo, this E3 demo, or really early build of Halo 2 was actually pretty solid, and they weren't able to crash it once at all. They were able to kind of break it a little bit and prevent it from finishing, but it didn't crash at all. Yeah, anyway, so that's all there is for this today's video, and hopefully you guys did enjoy that and found it to be interesting. There were a few more interesting moments from the stream, and if you guys do want to see more, I could definitely do more highlights from it, some of the experiments they did. If you definitely are interested, just let me know in the comments, and do my best to get around to it soon. And other than that, like I always say, make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy that, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.